Hey, hey, hey. It is the
Hey, hey,
cuteness
hey.
of it all. Me. And my special guest today is Miss Czarina. How are you doing, doll?
I'm doing good. How you doing, Queen?
I am doing, blessed and highly favored, as they say back in the day, as all these southern belles
Yes,
out
yes.
yonder land. Well, I crack myself up. Ain't no telling what's going to come out my mouth no time soon.
Hey, and that's all right.
You
Look,
know? Welcome, welcome, welcome to Project Love Season 2. I'm your hostess with the mostest, and I'm also cute. I am Daphne Anderson of A Motivating Love. Today, our special guest is Miss Czarina Linnell, a host, author, speaker, and mental health advocate. Welcome, Miss Czarina. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Honestly, I'm tired, but I'm gonna make it today.
We
I'm
gonna
gonna make
make
it
it, girl. We
today.
gonna make it.
Yes, I'm over here jamming my music and listening to the music that came on the screen first. I'm getting ready. I'm getting ready. Oh wow. So let's see. I'm not a host. Well, I guess in a sense I am. I'm not a
Yes, you
I'm not an author. I can speak. I can speak on a lot of subjects.
are.
Woo, I can speak on a lot of subjects, but we're not gonna go there. Mental health advocate. I didn't realize that I was one, but I guess I'm stepping into that arena.
Mhm.
Oh, puppy girl. No, no, no. See, that's what happens. Okay. Really? Do I got to start all over again? So tell us who you are in your own words. Let's start there.
Okay.
Okay.
My name is Serena Linnell, and I am a podcast host and producer because I produce my own show. Um, I am an author and I am a speaker and a mental health advocate. I am someone who loves people. I love love, I love hard. And, I just try to do whatever I can to help those who are around me and those who know me. When we're in a room and I notice someone is sitting or standing by themselves, I'm usually the one to walk up to them and just start talking to them because I always want people to feel seen. And so that is me. That is who I am. Thanks for having me. I'm excited about today.
Well, good. I know on Facebook, since we're friends, on Fridays you're always dancing and you got some kind of music in the background. And I keep
Yeah.
saying I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna do that, and I'm like, no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that.
Come on, sis, you can do
You know, I say I can do that, and then I'd be like, no. But the best way to catch me is to catch me off guard.
it.
My what she call herself, the behind the scenes queen.
Hmm.
Yeah, her. She captures these moments of me, and then she ad libs these other little pieces on there. And she blasts them all over social media. So I'm being laughed at all around the world, but it's okay.
Girl,
You know,
it's all
I can
good.
take it as long as she's catching my good side, my good side, which I ain't got no bad side. So hey,
Hey.
hey, hot mess I am. All right, let's see. So you've told us who you are. Tell us tell us a little deeper who you are. Like, where'd you
A
come
little
from?
deeper. Yes, I was going to go there next. So, I'm born and raised in San Francisco, California.
Okay.
And
Not a Texan.
so,
I love it. I love it. Yes.
yes, and so I moved to Texas from California, residing now in the North Dallas area, far North Dallas.
Gotcha.
And been in Texas for about 9 years, and we love it here. I'm a wife to an amazing husband. His name is John. We have three boys. We call them the Triple J's. It's Justin, Jason, and Jaden.
Okay.
And really, it's a lot of our time really is centered around them and what they have going on. We try to be as active
Mm.
as we can in what they have going on. And so, I mean, that's me. The podcast, I love it. I love it. Been doing that for about a year. I took a
Okay.
break from the radio podcast airwaves. Um, I recently became a real estate agent. I forgot to mention that.
Congrats. Congrats. Congrats.
Thank
Congrats.
you.
Bruh.
You know, as far as the authoring goes,
Uh-huh.
I wrote a book and I penned my journey of going through breast cancer and my personal experiences with mental health.
Okay.
And so, just wanted to share my experiences with the world because I realize there's a lot of people out there who feel like they're alone. And I wanted to share my story to help those who feel like they're alone, to let them know, hey, you're not. You're not the only one going through it. There's others. And if my story could help just one person, I was willing to share wholeheartedly without sugarcoating anything,
Mm-hmm.
just laying it all out on the table because that's really how you help people. You don't
Right.
help people by sugarcoating anything. You help people by telling them the real story, the good, the bad, the ugly, and everything in between. And so,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes, ma'am. No sugarcoating. So I've never met you to sugarcoat things. And I think that's kind of why we vibed years ago when we did meet.
Mhm.
So I don't know what that means for you to sugarcoat. So I'm not going to even sit here and act like I do because I don't.
Okay. Yes, yes.
Um, we did know how to do it professionally because we were in the
Mhm.
workplace at that time, but
Right.
sugarcoating,
Right.
no,
Mm-mm.
I don't know what
Yeah.
that means.
We speak our mind over here. We
You
grown and
know?
we speak our mind over here.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So you are a transplant into Texas
Mhm.
and you love it.
I do. We love it here. We love it here. I tell you what, there for a couple of years, before we moved, we came during like Thanksgiving to visit family. But every summer when I was a kid, we came
Mhm.
to Texas. We visited Texas and Louisiana. So my dad's side of the family was from Texas. My mom's side of the family was from Louisiana. So my summer vacations was always in those two states. And so, it wasn't brand new for me. It was very brand new for my husband. But because we had, some family here, I think it made the transition that much more easier for us.
Okay, I can respect that. I can respect
Yeah.
that because I'm a transplant and the transition was not easy. It
See?
was rough, but I came lot, a lot, a lot longer, long time ago. So I've been here a
Okay.
long time,
Okay.
but I'm still not claiming it. But it's brought me some happiness. I'm like
Yeah.
you, married with the three. So,
Hmm. Hmm.
but you're a boy mom.
I am. All boys. Um, I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world. Of course, like after you have your first one, your second one, everybody's like, "Oh, it's gonna be a girl. It's gonna be a girl," and then it's a boy, and then you get to your third one. Oh, this one's definitely a girl, and I'm like, y'all, it don't matter. I don't care what I'm having. And I really didn't. Um, but yeah, like, and then it's like, okay, y'all, are y'all trying for a girl? No, I have a friend who tried for a girl and ended up with five boys. So no, thank you.
Ooh,
No, thank you. I'm good. I'm done.
wow. So, do you have any pets?
Um, no pets. Um,
Okay.
been seriously considering a cockapoo, but I don't know. We still I don't know. The boys really want one. John and I are like, y'all can get one when y'all get your own place and you grow
Yes,
up.
yes.
So
Because I was
I don't
wondering
know.
if you had a pet, maybe that would be your girl.
Bruh.
She
speaking
came on right
of,
on cue.
speaking of,
I know, right? Like my whole world just right there. I'm surprised she hasn't jumped up here yet, but anyhow, I'm gonna try to keep going. Just bust in my door.
hey Callie.
Now she leaves. See, that's what I want someone to teach my puppy girl to close the door behind her.
So, my oldest, he's 13. He's the one that's like, "Where are you going?" And then my youngest one will notice the slightest change. He will notice a new pair of shoes. He will notice if my hair is different. He will notice if I got my nails done. Yes. And then the younger one, when I come in, "Oh, where you been? Where you been? I miss you. I love you." So it's like, they all have their three different
Oh,
different personalities for sure. But yeah.
I miss those stages. I do. I want another
Yeah.
one, but my husband says no.
That's why I soak it up while I can. I soak it up. I'm like, "Oh, you need some love? Yes, come get some love." Because there will come a day when they gonna be like, "Look, lady, I
And your
sent
oldest is
you."
and your oldest is 13?
Hmm.
Yeah, honey, soak it up. Cause right now my youngest is what's today? Wake up every morning and tell myself, morning, gorgeous. Sometimes you gotta look in the mirror and say, good morning, gorgeous. No one else can make me feel this way. Morning, gorgeous. Good morning.
Hey.
All right, all right, all right. We are back from commercial. Let's just say we're just raking it up around here, just having a little fun, you know how we do. And if you don't, I'm so sorry. You should hang out with us one night. That's what
Should.
people should do. That's what people should do.
Should.
Should. I think that's what I'm gonna do soon. I think I'm gonna get some girls together and we just gonna go out and about and whatever happens, happens. We catch it on camera and be like, hey.
Yay.
And have some fun with it. Some fun with it. Some fun.
Yes.
All righty. So if you're back with us, you know our special guest today is Miss Czarina. And let's see, we've already discussed who you are, where you're from, the breast cancer journey. Um, Before we go into another heavy subject, let's tap into what you do as far as podcasting. Tell us about that. What got you into it? Why I haven't been on the show. Hint, hint. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Don't worry, don't worry. It's coming. It's coming.
Okay, all
Um,
right.
so the podcast, honestly, first of all, I never thought I would write a book. Second of all, I never thought I would ever have a podcast.
Okay.
So after I wrote my book, I asked God, I simply asked him, like, what is next for me? What is it that you want me to do next? Um, and I kid you not, that night, same night, same
Hmm.
night, that night, got a random like inbox on Facebook Messenger, and it was a link to click on to Anchor.
Okay.
So I click on it, and it's like, "Hey, start your podcast for free," like da 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 da. And I'm like, "Well, Lord,
Hmm.
like, is this the answer, right?" I do like to talk to people, and I also like to educate. I like to help people understand or help people get an understanding,
Okay.
because knowledge is key.
Mm.
And but the inbox was not for me to really start my own podcast. It was somebody sent it to me so that I could listen to their podcast, but I didn't see that initially. It was like down below,
Oh,
right?
okay, okay.
It
And
was
that's how he
down
works
below.
sometimes. He be working in mysterious ways and to be like, this is you showed us what this was for me?
Right, right.
Got you, got you.
um, but I started the podcast, and I launched it during the month of October, Breast Cancer Awareness Month, which is a month that is very near and dear to me, to my
Right.
heart, obviously. And I've had some amazing guests on the show. I did it for a few months, and then I got picked up by an internet radio station and was introduced to the radio airwaves and aired weekly
Okay.
up until this past February.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, it's a peace party. It goes down inside the Peace Lounge. I am Serena Linnell, and I am your girl who is all about peace and serenity. And that's my tagline, y'all.
All right.
Because when I was going through my breast cancer journey, I truly believe that I found peace. I found
Okay.
myself. And for those who don't know, my name, Serena, um, although it is, the Russian Queen of Tsar, but the root word serene means peaceful, calm, and serene. And I felt like all my life I had been searching for peace.
Mm-hmm.
And in that moment, I found myself. And God gave me this unexplainable peace about the diagnosis itself.
Mm-hmm.
I was able to put on God's armor. He was my strength. Like
Yes,
I
ma'am.
wouldn't have been able to just get through it without him. And so yeah, it's so I just, I started the podcast. I wanted to provide a platform in an area for others to share their stories of
Okay.
overcoming a situation and sharing with the world how they found peace while
Mm-hmm.
going through a traumatic or difficult situation. And so that is what the podcast is all about.
Now, what's the name of the podcast?
The name of the podcast is Peace and Serenity.
How
It's
did
the
I
peace.
not know that?
Yes, it is. Speak your peace with peace and serenity. And so everything is peace and serenity that I do. But yeah,
Okay, okay. Now I heard you glance over it, so I'm gonna bring it back. The book.
yes.
What's the name of the book?
The name of the book is Finding Serenity: The Journey to Peace Through Cancer and Chaos. Yes, and it not only talks about my breast cancer journey, but
Mhm.
it also talks about my personal experiences with what I have deemed to be the sad woman syndrome, and that is stress, anger, anxiety, and depression. So SAAD. And I've dealt with all four of them. Um, Matter of fact, right before I was diagnosed with breast cancer, I was dealing with all of them. And, I definitely wanted to share that piece because I felt like it had a lot to do with my health, right? Um, Stress in itself can cause so many different, conditions, diseases, and health issues. Um, yes, yes. Almost half of all women, 49%. Yep, surveyed that. I mean, it's true. Stress has increased. But for me, I think, maybe there's some other moms out there. I feel like after I had my third child, that my postpartum depression was not um, taken seriously.
Okay.
And personally, I feel like it just spiraled from there. Um, I was anxious, I was bitter, and just, it was I've had some deep dark moments. You know, and we're talking about wellness. We have to take care of not only our physical bodies, but we have to take care of our mental health,
Yes, ma'am.
because they go hand in hand.
Sure enough.
You will find that if you are under a lot of stress and dealing with your own mental health issues, they can come out in some other form of physical, affecting your physical health.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and no, I'm not saying that, the stress that I was under, my severe depression caused my breast cancer. No, I'm not saying that. But I am saying I do believe that it didn't help it.
Right.
If it was there and it was small, I do believe the stress and the anger and the anxiety and the depression was just a catalyst. And I realized, girl, you got to get yourself together.
You have to find some peace.
Mm-hmm. And Lord, did I. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you. Yes. And so yeah. It's a story that a lot of people, really didn't expect from Czarina.
Okay.
But it was my truth, and it was my story to tell.
I think a lot of people don't seem to understand that mental health doesn't necessarily mean something's wrong. It really means that your truth is different from my truth, especially in this moment. I know for myself, mental health it runs in the family on my father's side.
Okay.
And then just being of a certain demographic, color, shade, whatever you want to call it, race, it's displayed as something that we're not supposed to talk about. We're not supposed to deal with. We're not supposed to bring out outside the home. If you have any issues with mental health or depression, anxiety, stress, any of that stuff, it's supposed to stay in the house. I remember back in the day, people used to always say how, what's said here stays here in the house. We don't take that in the street.
Right.
Especially us as Black women, we're at the very bottom of the totem pole. But we're getting out that totem pole mentality as well. And then some of us are like amazing, but because we've been deemed a certain way, we can't bring that out.
Yeah.
And it's like the mentality of a lot of people, period. It shouldn't be, because we all bleed red.
That's
we
right.
all came from dirt. We're gonna go in the dirt, whether you be cremated or you laying up under the ground. It's all dirt. But you got to have that conversation, and you can't keep all that stuff bottled up, because that mentality and the keeping it all a secret type of stuff, that's going to give you headaches. That's going to cause weight gain and weight loss. Let's not to mention, how you're going to interact at work. You're going to start cussing folks out, or flipping on the other side, and you just be so reserved that you don't want to talk to nobody. You don't want to look at people. You can't. You can't do that. I would gladly tell everybody and anybody to seek help. I would tell people to find you some peace somehow, whether that's reading a book, or whether that is realizing that we all need an emotional support animal, like I have. Communication. My husband is comical in his own loving right. He always tells us communication rules the nation. And I agree with that, because your mental health is something that you need to talk about. It's something that you need to find counsel for, or you need to find someone that you can communicate with. And albeit it should be a professional, so that way that it's not going to, get back out in the street. But I know here at Motivating Love, we can guide you into the right direction and find you or assist you in finding a therapist. If we don't have one on staff that meets the needs of what you're looking for, or one that we partner with already, then we would love to make sure that everyone and anybody can get that assistance. I know mental health is something that people don't want to talk about, but what I also know about mental health is that people are talking about it more.
Mm-hmm. Oh
There's
yeah.
shows out there now that people are watching that are bringing it up,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and then there's how uh, incidents happening on just things come, just slap some stuff around and figure some stuff out
Right.
and
Right.
talk to people. But it's got to happen. It's
Mm-hmm.
got to happen.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Find that safe space, find that safe circle. Um, there are places like a motivating love that provide that type of environment, that loving environment, that non-judgmental environment. And I
That part.
think that that has a lot to do with why some of us um, we don't talk about it because we are so afraid of being judged. We
Hmm.
feel shame, we feel guilty, and you talked about, the Black woman. There is a such thing as the strong Black woman schema. And it has affected us for so long. And it is time that we help ourselves. It's time that we help ourselves because if we don't help ourselves, obviously no one has helped us up to now, right? So we've got to help ourselves. We've got to be strong enough and be brave enough and vulnerable enough with our truth and how we're really feeling, and our emotions and what we're thinking. Nobody is perfect. Nobody is perfect.
Nope.
And because you have a thought or you have this feeling, it doesn't make you a bad person. Let's talk about it. Let's get some help so that you can have, and a long lasting life, right? So,
Yeah.
if you can help it, help yourself, talk to somebody, and
Yeah.
start feeling good from the inside out. Let's stop wearing a mask and let's stop covering it up. Let's go get the help that we really need.
Yes. Yes. Definitely. 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 Um. So with Miss Peace and Serenity, I have to say I love it. I love that. I love that, and I love the way that Serenity is spelled, like because it's captured from your name. I just love. See, now I'm mad at my mama and daddy for naming me Daphne.
Stop it.
I mean, really,
Oh, goodness.
Daphne. What am I supposed to do with that?
It's beautiful, sis. It's beautiful.
Thank you. You cute. Uh huh. I ain't got no kitchen name like Peace and Serenity. Daphne. So I'm either the chick from Frasier or I'm the klutz from Scooby Doo. Now the rich klutz, but I'm a klutz from Scooby Doo. That's it.
Oh,
Really?
goodness. You are
But that's
too
okay.
much. It
That
is.
I am.
You're
I
amazing.
am. I am. Okay. So we know who you are, where you've been from, breast cancer, mental health, podcast, book, mom. What am I missing? I know what I'm missing. You're a realtor.
I am.
You're
I
doing a
am.
whole lot.
I'm doing a whole lot. Yes, I need to pump my brakes and slow down. But yes, I'm a realtor. It was time to get back to work, but not just get back to work because I definitely wasn't going back to doing what I had been doing for 16 plus years. After my breast cancer journey, I was like, yeah, no, I'm done. And so, someone near and dear to me believed in me and was like, hey, like, I'll pay for you to go to school. And so I
Nice.
went to school, and there was a football mom on one of Justin's, football teams. She's a realtor. And I just said, hey, like, can I come talk to you for a little bit and just kind of pick your brain and, ask some questions? And she
Mhm.
gave me the rundown. She prepared me. She set the expectation really well. Helped me pick a school. Went to school. Went to class. Took the test. Passed. And next thing you know, she's opening up her own brokerage firm. And I'm like,
Okay.
oh, okay. And so for those who don't know, you can't just go out there and say, "Hey, I'm an agent." You have to practice under the sponsorship of a brokerage firm. And so a lot of people kind of interview, the brokerages, but once I, passed the test and I had my license, she was just like, "Hey, like, here's your spot." Just so thankful for that. And she's been
Nice.
doing it for, over 16 years. And so the office has a lot of talent, a lot of experienced agents, and I'm just glad to be a part.
Oh, sweet. Now, I know that had to help your mentality because someone believed in you, saved you a spot, paved the way, communicated with you,
Yes.
gave you the realistic view of what it's going to be like. I
Yes.
mean, that would definitely take some stress off of me
Hmm.
if I had that. So, wow, kudos to whomever she is. Awesome. Awesome.
Yes, yes, yes. And so, I love it so far. I'm just getting out there, meeting people, and if you are looking to purchase or sell or invest in a home, even if you're looking to lease a home, I'm your girl because I want you to find your keys to peace. And so, holla at your girl.
I love it. I love it. Everything is centered around peace and serenity. That is beautiful. And that's wonderful that you've been able to go into these different markets and industries and still all tie it back to yourself in your name.
I'll try.
See, yeah, I'm mad at my mama now again. Ain't no getting off of that one. I'm sorry. It ain't no getting
Oh,
off.
mama, I'm sorry, mama, I'm sorry.
All right. So, what's the best way for people to get in contact with you, regardless of which avenue they're trying to reach you at?
Yes, yes. So I would say first, you can reach me at peaceandserenity.com. That is the word peace, the word and spelled out, A-N-D, and then my name, CZARINATY.com. Yes, 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 as you see it on the screen. Um, you can also reach me via Instagram at Peace and Serenity, or Keys to Peace, Realtor on Instagram. You can also reach me on Facebook at Keys to Peace, my Facebook page. So I am there. I am around LinkedIn. I'm on LinkedIn as Serena Matthews. Yes, that's my government name. But you can reach me there as well.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, I thank you so much for being a part of this today. To hear your journey of breast cancer and the mental health. And, we really can't stress hard enough about how it is definitely important that you reach out and find some professional help, therapist help. If you need assistance in finding someone, please reach out to us here at A Motivating Love at amotivatinglove.org or on Facebook and Instagram at A Motivating Love. Um, and we will try our hardest to get you to the right people of what you need. And please know that A Motivating Love is all about your confidentiality, and we are a safe place and a safe space. We
Mhm.
do not talk your business out there in the street or anything of that nature because at least somebody on my team, if not all of us, have gone through something in life to where we've been through the spits of fires and the hells and more. And so what I've realized in doing A Motivating Love and putting it together, what he's dropped in my spirit, and he's made me walk some of these walks, though I may not know the whole journey as in everybody else. I or someone on the team has gone through something similar or close to it, so we know, and we want you to know that you are not alone.
Mhm.
Any last words, Miss Serena?
No, you said it all. Know that you are not alone, and don't be afraid to get the help. I'm praying for that person that is listening that feel like they're alone, that feels like, they just can't say
Mhm.
anything, that feels like they have nobody to talk to. I'm praying for those people who a struggle every day just to get up, out of the
Right.
bed to go and wash their face or brush their teeth or take a shower.
The struggle
Um,
is real sometimes.
yes, yes, it is. It's just a struggle just to do life some days. And so,
Mm, yes.
if you are struggling, please know, number one, that you are not alone, but also know that there are people out here who can help you.
And we genuinely care.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
We genuinely do care. Oh, all righty, ma'am. I thank you for being on the show with us. Catch us next time. Don't forget to subscribe and share with others. Project Love with the Motivating Love. Until next time. I just start, messing with something and start flinging across the room, and y'all be like, "Oh, she did that. She sure did." I got to be comfortable too now.